you have a novel legal theory about why Donald Trump can't become president. I have a novel legal theory about this, the release of this Jack Smith report.
Okay.
And you're
who goes
an
first?
Attorney, and I'm not. Yeah, thank you. Let me run mine by you, and then you can run
Sure.
yours by me.
It's your show. Whatever you want to do, I'm happy.
And by the way, who do you think is more pissed off about Obama and Trump yucking it up this morning? The racists who are freaking out over on X, or Democrats?
It's hard to say, but Obama looked like the guy on the airplane when someone gets sat next to them and they won't stop talking, and Obama's like rolling his eyes and just trying to be nice the whole time. Yeah. So that was good. I saw Trump had more makeup on than I've seen men in a drag show have on. Yeah, he had a lot of makeup. There's something wrong with him, by the way. He looked awful at his press conference. I'm not making light of this either. I don't wish ill for anybody. I really don't. I despise the guy. He didn't look well at his press conference. They put extra makeup on. That's a lot. That is covering up some kind of condition. Not sure what, but there's something.
He's getting old. And he is
right. That's part of it. I understand.
Quite, out of shape, and his diet sucks. So, anyhow, here's my theory.
Go ahead.
The law says that if a federal judge says you can't do something, you can't do that until an appeals court says yes, you can, and the Supreme Court weighs in and all that kind of stuff. I'm correct about that, right?
Sure. The law says if there's an injunction or any kind of court order, you cannot take it on yourself to overturn it. You need an appellate court to overturn it.
has said to Joe Biden and Merrick Garland, specifically to Merrick Garland, but inferentially to Joe Biden, you may not release this report, and that's the law, buddy. But doesn't the law now also say, as a result of the Supreme Court creating law last year, doesn't the law now also say that presidents can do whatever they want, even if it breaks the law?
Well, they're doing it. There are three different buckets, right, in the Supreme Court decision. One is if it's a power enumerated in the Supreme Court, which in the Constitution, which means just laid out in writing, like the pardon power, absolute immunity. You can literally sell pardons on eBay. And if you think I'm kidding, I'm not. That's the law now. So that's what they've said. Anything enumerated. So your commander in chief, you can sell it. Then there's the middle bucket, which are official actions. They have a presumption of immunity. It could be arguably overturned, but there's a presumption that there's immunity. And then the third one is personal actions. You're just doing things for your fun, for having little giggles and stuff like that. That one's going to get no protection at all. Right. But the way it's just an amorphous, it's a mess, right? So Joe Biden's taking official acts. I'm releasing this report because I think it's national security that America sees it. That's like the highest level. You're getting into something that's just about enumerated in the Constitution. Yeah, meaning arguably has absolute immunity.
Two scenarios. One, Biden walks the thing down to the White House press office and says, "Here, guys." And then says, to Aileen Cannon, go ahead and sue me. I have the right to break the law. Just ask, Clarence Thomas. Or B, Merrick Garland walks it down there and hands it to the press and then says, I guess I just broke the law, and Biden pardons him.
Well, first of all, Merrick Garland's never going to do that. Merrick Garland has been the greatest failure of an AG. Right. Like he is. We need accountability for Merrick Garland at this point. That's where we're at. I'm with you. The other point, if Joe Biden, like if you play this out really, no joking, if Joe Biden were to violate a court order and say, I am doing this for an official action and just articulate it in some way with legal counsel that gives it the cloak of an important action consistent with the Constitution, then but he is still in violation of a court order. He has violated a court order. And then I imagine somebody like Trump's DOJ would try to hold him accountable. Yeah. Then the defense would be, but hey, I've got this defense. But it's not like, okay, here's a motion, we're all done. It's going to go back and forth and drag out over time. And I don't think Joe Biden at this point in his career is sort of in the twilight, to be honest, wants to deal with that. But that's the real world.
That's a good point.
That's all it is. No, but I'm not saying don't do it. I'm going to do it. Give us the report. Right. Biden, your last act, give us the report. Who cares what they're going to do? Yeah. I'm just giving you, if I was his lawyer, I'd tell him this is the real world impact of you. What do I want to do? Exactly what you're saying, Tom. Give us the report.
Yeah, amen. And also the Supreme Court essentially said we'll tell you what an official act is. You have to bring these things back to us. And so they could rule against Joe Biden and for Donald Trump for the exact same thing if they chose to. But okay, let's get to your theory here, Dean. Your theory rests on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which I've had no shortage of phone calls about since ever since Trump was elected, and with which I agree. I believe he's in violation of the Constitution, a naked violation of the Constitution, and I also believe that part of the Constitution is self-executing. I don't believe it requires Section 5. I think that really was written for Sections 1 and 2 because phrases like due process are fairly ambiguous or could be ambiguous, but or equal protection under the law. But you are arguing that even by the standards that the Supreme Court has set that would prevent the 14th Amendment from being used, it could still be used. Tell us how.
Look, first of all, Donald Trump's going to be sworn in on January 20th. We all must accept that. Nothing after the certification of his win. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
But here's the reality. There's nobody listening here who doubts Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection. And you're not making that up. The Supreme Court of Colorado ruled that. They affirmed a trial court decision in Colorado, which went through a great analysis, a trial with experts testifying what was an insurrection as contemplated by the 14th Amendment, Section 3. Got it. Check mark. We also had New Mexico for another person. Same thing. It's definitely an insurrection. Did Donald Trump engage in it? Of course he did. He was the insurrection. The January 6th report said the central cause of the January 6th attack was one person, Donald J. Trump. There's no disputing it. Donald Trump engaged in an insurrection. He should be barred the same way as if Donald Trump was 25 years old and born in another country and people really liked him and they voted for him and he won. He still will be an illegitimate president when he's sworn in on January 20th. And I had John Boniface on from Free Speech for the People. He's a constitutional law expert. And we talked about this. That's his view as well. It's not me making this stuff up. As a legal matter, the only way to challenge it is going to be someone going to court to challenge Donald Trump's decisions, because arguably if he's illegitimate, his decisions are invalid. Now, will any court really rule that? I doubt in this world that they will do it. Going up to the Supreme Court, we know that is corrupt. But that's the real world. That's what we're arguing. But I really urge my fellow Democrats, Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. Say that nonstop. Say it to your Trump friends, because legally you have a good argument. Second, Trump deserves it politically, because he tried to delegitimize Barack Obama with a racist birther campaign and Joe Biden with the election lies, the big lie. So he deserves the payback now. He's an illegitimate president. We should keep saying it. Democrats should be saying it. It would be driving Donald Trump crazy. Instead, Democrats are saying nothing or let's find common ground. I don't know what happened to the Democratic Party that we saw before November 5th. They're kind of gone now. Yeah. I'm not really sure. There's some out there that are fighters. And the tone has changed so much, Tom, that my listeners we're all befuddled. Like, were you misleading us when you said the guy was a fascist and was a threat to our republic? Because we thought he was too. Now you're silent and you're not using that same language.
I know. I've been saying the same thing about, where's Kamala Harris and, where's everybody?
Where's everybody?
Else?
What is going? It's not a joke. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I don't think the leaders realize they're hurting their own credibility in the long term with our base. Because next thing they say, we go, well, they're not really going to fight on it. So why should we emotionally invest in it? Yeah. Why should we work and make phone calls and knock on doors and stuff?
I would add, by the way, and I got this from your newsletter, from the Dean's Report.
It's a very good newsletter. It's free.
Basically, the Supreme Court said that the reason that Trump can't be kept off the ballot and can't be kept out of the White House is because Congress never passed legislation acknowledging or certifying, or whatever the appropriate legal term is, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. And, the you can't serve if you engage in insurrection. But you point out that the article of impeachment, which was approved 232 to 197 by the House of Representatives and voted by 57 voters, senators in the Senate, arguably passed both houses, although it didn't pass the Senate because it was filibustered. But that vote explicitly said he engaged in insurrection and even references the 14th Amendment. So is there not a legal basis for preventing him from becoming president?
I think there's a good faith argument you can make to that effect. And that because what the Supreme Court said in the decision with the Colorado cases. They said Congress needs to act. States, they did not, the U.S. Supreme Court, controlled by Republicans, did not say Colorado was wrong, that it was not an insurrection January 6th and that Donald Trump did not engage in it. They didn't get into that discussion because they knew it was not going to go well. So what they said is states can't enforce Section 3 when it comes to federal office holders. Only Congress can. They didn't say Congress got to pass this express statute. They said Congress has to act. Well, my argument is Congress did act. They passed the impeachment resolution, which is called incitement of an insurrection. It cites Section 3 of the 14th Amendment disqualifying. It passed the House. That same resolution was the basis of the impeachment vote in the Senate. 57 senators voted for that. You needed 2/3 to convict him, but a majority already did. My argument is, hey, Congress acted. The House and the Senate both voted Donald Trump, and he incited, that was the word they used, an insurrection. And Section 3 of the 14th Amendment is cited right there. And one of the remedies they asked for is banning Trump from office. Now, I think this is a good faith argument. No one's going to take it up. We got a week that he's sworn in. But it's frustrating because Democrats should be making these arguments. That's our point. Yeah. It's my point, your point, listeners' point. Make the arguments. Don't lay down like the lamb to the slaughter. I don't. It's beyond me. So, look, the Democratic base, we're going to have to be the leaders going forward. At the end of the day, the leadership's going to have to listen to us, and they're going to have to fight harder if they want our support. That's what I think it comes down to.
Yeah, I'm with you. Grow a spine.
Yeah, come on.
Dean Obeidallah, you can hear him on SiriusXM Progress Channel 127 every night from 6 to 9 p.m. You can find his brilliant news. It's free, by the way. You sign up for it.
Free.
Dean's Report over at Substack.com. Dean, thanks a lot. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Thom.
Bye. Always
Take care, my friend.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
It is 18 minutes past the hour. I'll be back with more of the news of the day and your calls in just a moment.